going to be hopping into the Fatal Mirage. I'm going to be doing a little bit of eating on the way because I had a late meal, so we're going to throw that in. But we had to do our last evening, so in our last evening, we are going to finalize our conversation with Amy Kensler. She understands the true nature of the miasma. Just trying to keep it on one line because we're starting to run out of space. We've done so many good things. Alright, and then we get two more. And we can't use anybody who's been crossed out. We lost. So we're going to grab Avery Claypool to take one of these frost tokens out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because we took two out to go to one, and then we take another one out to go to 0. Because we took two out with the key tokens from the last mission, if you remember, or the number tokens. So we have one more left. Roald is gone, so I think we're gonna do. Three. We'll do extra cards. Who gives us extra cards? Oh, I think it's Dyer. We can't pick him because he's gone, right? No, he takes care of Tequila. It's Danforth. Yeah, they give us two extra cards, so we'll choose Danforth as our third conversation. And we're going to give the extra cards to Monty, because he has such a smaller deck, the extra cards will be worth more. But he doesn't get them until the Heart of Madness, which is scenario 4. So we're just going to put that in his notes. 2 extra cards, Heart of Madness. Yeah, because right now we have to do the interlude of the Mirage. Okay, so we're in Final Night. We have not played the Fatal Mirage, so skip to Final Night 4. We either have to open our door and proceed to this Fatal Mirage, or we need to do Heart of Madness. We've never done Fatal Mirage, and so I want to just do each mission, so we're going to do that tonight, like I said. So we're going to do that. So that's scenario question mark Mirage. So I believe it's somewhere over here. One moment. Pardon me. I tried to get the mic away as far as possible so that way no one got slammed by that. I hope it worked. This is Ice and Death, and then the Restful Night, and then I believe after that is the first time we see Mirage, right? Yep, here we go. Alright, so we need to see who was killed in the plane crash, and as we know, it was Dyer. So we see here, it tells us about the various things. And then we proceed to setup. So nobody else died in the plane crash, they were just lost here on the mountain. Investigator setup for the first time. So we'll set up here, first time, click place. Each investigator gets to choose an ally, an available member. Remember to track their damage and horror, which we've been doing a pretty good job of keeping them clean. Since it's our first time, we have to gather all of these cards, build the agenda deck with agenda 1, remove the remaining ones from the game, build the act deck with only act 1, remove the remainders from the game, put the Prison of Memories location into play with the revealed side face up. So that is done. The Prism of Memories. We're going to begin there. Every other location is out of play. Set each of the following cards aside out of play. The memory for the 9 Resolute story cards. Check the difficulty level. We're playing on standard, so we're not going to do that. Shuffle the Tequila deck together, and then keep the other cards with your deck. Shuffle, you're now ready to begin. We don't do any of those things because it's our first time through. So here's the Tequila deck. We don't deal with that. We're going to click Build to drop in Monty and Diana. It looks like I forgot to put their allies back, though, because we had the healer and the other one, so they're going to be in the trash on accident. I must have forgotten. So, and Danforth. Yep, so there's Danforth, and there is Mala. Danforth had a horror on him for sure, and I believe we kept Mala clear. So I think that's how it was. I'm going to just check my stream from last night real quick, and I can go right to the end, so it'll be really easy for me to see far along that is. I'm gonna go into YouTube so I can just see it faster. And then at the end it'll show me any horror on um, Danforth or any damage. I just want to make sure I didn't make any mistakes with that. Mute myself. It looks like I have them cleared. Oh no, this is Forbidden Peaks. Oh no, we did do Forbidden. No, we didn't. We did the City of Elder Things. Did I not load that in last night? I said, oh no, I forgot. Okay, well I can fix that quickly. When we're not playing. Oh, I remember now. I downloaded it before I headed out to the gym, but then I forgot to upload it. So we're gonna get a double bonus tonight. But let's go check Twitch to make sure. Okay, there is Danforth is clean at the end, so we must have healed him if he had taken any damage. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we're now picking our investigator or our allies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've lost the 3 that we know of. Well, we don't need to put horror on. We will keep Danforth, and we'll keep him. We'll put him with Monty because Monty has more Tequila Lee cards now, and then Diana will grab Dr. Mala to keep healing. We can't do horror healing because unfortunately we lost that ally. Alright, we need to get out of the seat because we are not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing everybody. Shuffle up everything. As we said, we are going to start up here. Diana's the lead investigator. We'll grab the reference card. Alright, let's do some mulligans. We have charisma now for Monty, and we have higher education. So we can have 2 allies, and we can spend resources to get willpower or knowledge, or intellect rather, and in order to use that we need to have 5 or more cards in our hand, so keeping our hand full is going to matter, which is another reason to have Danforth. So we're going to get 5 cards, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. I normally like Leo, but we need to just do a little bit more setup. We probably are not going to be alone a lot, so we're going to get rid of that. We don't want this early. Resources are really good, but I think we just want to draw more cards. We want to know if we need our bullwhip. So when you're playing with yourself or with other people, figuring out mulligans is a good way to communicate with each other. The level of table talk you're comfortable with is always going to change, so make sure whenever you're playing with someone that whatever you're talking about, you're both in agreement on how far you're willing to get specific. Obviously, I'm playing with myself here, so I can see that we have very little combat for Diana, so I'm going to keep the bullwhip for Bonnie for now. So Tequila Lees are not legal, so we need to put them back down and then draw cards to replace them. That's 5. It's not ideal, to be honest, but we've had worse, so we'll keep it. So Diana also mulligans, so we're going to shuffle hers in, and we'll shuffle these in. As a reaction to begin the game, we can play our 4 of Cups. It's always nice when we get to start the game a little bit stronger. From there, Diana will play 1, 2, 3. She'll throw down her 6th Sense. This location has X Shroud, where X is the current agenda number. We're in agenda 1, so that's pretty favorable. We're 2 to 1. We're going to commit Guts to be 4 to 1, and we will investigate 4 to 1. We fail. Okay, be like that game. And then we will investigate again 2 to 1. That doesn't feel good. We'll draw a card. 2 to 1's not good. That's good. We can play that next turn, hopefully. Alright, so now it's Monty's turn. We're going to throw down a magnifying glass. We're 5 to 1. We're just going to investigate, try to get some clues. We pass, we pass, we pass, right? Skulls are what? It's number of story cards, so 0. So yeah. We're going to grab 3 cards here for Monty. So there's some funky things that goes on here, so let's talk about that real quick before I move forward. There's the Mirage keyword, which is new. You can spend 2 clues to Mirage, which is basically look at the back and then do one of the things on there. Effectively, every location has enough Mirage on it to do everything on the back, or sorry, every location has enough clues to trigger the Mirage on the back side of the card. Now, you don't have to use the clues from this location to do the Mirage here. You can use them elsewhere. It's your choice where to use them. Um, but yeah, so I'm not going to use it for now. And then up here we can see um, you will have multiple opportunities to advance this act. Until then, you are trapped here, and you are running out of time and are given the chance to advance. You should consider taking it. You can take a horror at any point to move to the Prism of Memories, which is here, so we're not doing that yet. So we'll figure out what all that means. That said, we can go on to the upkeep, so we'll do that. Grab another safeguard, grab the breaking and entering, and doing the agenda and encounter deck. Attached to your location, anyone who's here takes direct horror to every card they control. So we definitely don't want to end the round here. And we'll let that come out because we're probably not letting this happen. Test willpower 4 for each point you fail by. Get to Kilili cards. Okay, well, we do have Danforth, which we'd like that for, but Diana would love to play some cards. We upgraded her other Water of Protection with the experience we got before, so we're going to play it. She's going to take 1 horror. She's going to get a resource back, get a willpower, and get this. This is one of my favorite cards. It's Arcane Initiate. Favorite's a strong word. I like when you have a lot of spells. So Diana has about 20 spells or so. So you're going to get a lot of value from it. From people who have more items or assets, it's a little bit harder to get that value. But we have blocked this card, so it doesn't happen. So then we go to the investigator phase. We're going to have Monty go first, and we're going to begin investigating. So we are +4, as we said before. We are successful. And then we are going to use 2 clues, 1, 2, to do the Mirage keyword. I'll show you in here in the book where they explain it a little bit better, maybe. So the Mirage keywords are manifestations of your memories. They unravel. As a fast ability, you can use the number of clues required to flip it over and resolve the story card. When a Mirage keyword enters play, including during setup, for each card indicated by it that is in the victory display, reduce the clue's location by its Mirage value. So the first time it happens, it's not really going to matter, but if you were to replay it, basically once you've done all the Mirages and gotten the victory from them, you're not going to be able to re-farm those locations for clues. That's basically what it's saying. But yeah, so we're going to flip this over and find the back. We have to choose where we're going to get clues. We can either go to the base camp, the deck of the Theodosia, which is a boat, university halls. Okay. Well, we can kind of do whatever we'd like. We kind of want to upgrade our people, right? So we have the people that we have, and we're picking Danforth a lot. And so we kind of want to figure out where we think he might be. And my guess is that he's on the deck of the Theodosia. I don't remember for sure. I haven't played this one too much, so we're going to find out. So the way that works is we're going to go in here. We're going to get all these locations, and we're going to go find the deck of the Theodosia. So we do that, and it is here. So we put that into play. And we remember that we have done that, right? And we can just remember by seeing it here. So that was a fast. So we have 2 actions remaining. We're going to use one of them. We're going to move down no matter what. Let's investigate here. So we are, again, +4. So we'll succeed, and then we'll move down with our final action. So Monty will move down. We will take a clue, and then at the end of the round, or at the end of the turn rather, Monty gets to use his passive, and we're going to choose to draw a card, which is great. We're going to save this till next turn because we don't want to go over on hand size. It's now Diana's turn, so she'll spend her 2 resources, like we said, to play Holy Rosary, which gives her another willpower, and then she'll test +3. That's a fail. There's no Eidolons in play, so we can skip that. We'll test again. That's a success, and then we'll move down. So Diana slides on in and grabs the last clue. And then we go to upkeep. She readies. Monty draws his card. I missed the resource, so we'll grab that. That's great. We'll save this for later for when we draw the weakness that we know is in our deck. We're expecting to see paranoia, right? So we're just going to play around that a little bit. So we're going to put another Doom on the agenda and hit the encounter deck. So top card of the Tequila deck and then put it into someone's deck. Yeah, we're going to let that happen. So we're going to take the top card of the Tequila deck, which is lose an action, and then we're going to put it into, we're going to put it into Monty's deck because they have Danforth. Okay. Yeah. And then Monty's going to draw. This has peril, so we can't interact with it when we're going to take 2 horror. So that's fine. We were hoping to be able to use Dark Insight with Diana, but unfortunately we missed our chance to do that. So now it's Monty's turn. So the first thing we're going to do is play our sketches. So it's a fast. Oh, when we hit upkeep, we didn't do that. So we just have to spend 2 to draw 3. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, now we have a way to use these resources, so we're going to do it. This gets removed from the game. We get a resource and draw a card. Sorry, we get 3 resources and draw a card. Yeah. We're going to spend action 1 to play Leo DeLuca. Action 2 to play Hiking Boots, which is going to give us more agility. And then action 3, we'll investigate, we'll succeed, and then we'll investigate -3. So yeah, we succeed. So we take both. Well, this went away at the end of the round, and Monty gets 2 clues. Alright, so as we remember, Diana lost an action, so she only gets 2. But she'll spend... oh, it doesn't cost any money now. It's so much better. Alright, we'll play Arcane Initiate, and we'll choose it to take 2 Horror, and we won't choose the Doom. So you could pick either. In this scenario, it's one long agenda, so you don't really want to put Doom on. I mean, I suppose I can kill her before it matters. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that instead. I feel like I'll be able to do that. So we'll take Arcane Initiate, and we're looking for spells. Well, conveniently, I think these 2 are both spells. So we're going to grab this one because we already have Dark Insight protection for some of the rougher things. So that's action 1. Action 2 is going to be to investigate. We're +3, and we'll just test +3. We succeed and grab a clue. So it's very helpful that Diana's able to assist in getting clues here, because it's just going to free up Monty to use his actions for other things too. And also will speed us up through the rounds. Alright, so upkeep. We need to do an investigate to get rid of that, and then upkeep. Perfect. Well, that couldn't be a better draw. Alright, 4 of 15, and encounter card. Monster. Enters into play with a Doom on it, which is already here. When it's defeated, move the Doom to the location, but if you evade it instead by 2 or more, you take the Doom, make it a clue, and discard this guy. Well, that seems pretty fair. So we'll probably try to do that, and then encounter card for Monty. Test willpower, and the penalty is horror. So yeah, we're gonna spend 2 resources to play Dark Insight. Just shuffle that back in. And the reason we're doing that, like I said before, is to boost our willpower, also get a resource back, and draw a card. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do with Monty is investigate the location. We're going to get rid of our weakness. Then we are going to... He's got 2 health, right? Yeah. We're going to do cheap shot. Oh, we need more money. So let's get a resource. Then we'll do cheap shot. We'll add our agility to it, so it's 6 plus 2 is 8, so we're +6. We succeed, but we automatically evade, so we're going to take this and turn it into a clue and get rid of this guy at the same time. So, yeah. And then with our final action, we will investigate the location, which is also a success. And, oop. Okay. Diana's turn. We're going to use our Arcane Initiate. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we're going to take the better spell. Grab that. And there. So first action is going to get a resource. Then our second action is going to be to play our combat spell. And then we want to. Well, we can't play any of the cards that are underneath us with our blades. So let's try to get money so we can do that. So that's our third. So then we are done. So upkeep, upkeep. It's a Keely Lee card. Discard a card at random. So we do that, and then okay. And then since we drew a Tequila Lee card, we can use Danforth here to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Alright. Doom on the agenda, 5 of 15, and in counter cards. If you control a partner, they get exhausted, and then they can't ready, and end of turn, they'll take damage and horror. You can test willpower or intellect to get rid of that. This goes, whoops, to the bottom of the Tequila Lee deck. Okay. And then encounter card. Obscuring Fog. That's fine. This location's pretty weak anyway, so we don't mind. So let's start by making this check. So we're 5, so we're +2. Before doing anything, let's resolve our Arcane Initiate. We'll take Deny Existence. Stocking up on Quality Denial. Now we have options. We have the reverse it or just block it, right? We will test. We'll use a Safeguard to get +1, and we'll use a Holy Rosary. So that'll Rosary rather. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 7 to 3 is +4. Even though we got -4, we still succeed. So we're going to get rid of that. We just want to protect our allies, right? Then we're going to get a resource, and we're going to play our Blade. So Diana is pretty much fully online now. Very strong. Alright, Monty's going. We're going to start by playing Aeon Chart. Then we're going to investigate the location. We're going to commit Perception, so we're going to go 7 to 3, so +4. We needed it, so we'll succeed. We'll get rid of the Obscuring Fog. And I'm sorry, grab a clue. We also draw a card from Perception. That's a great card. So we don't have resources for that yet. So instead, as a fast, we're going to spend 2 clues. 1, 2. We can see here that the Mirage is 2. Take a peek on the backside. Well, we didn't guess correctly. We have Cookie, Ellsworth, and Claypool. So we have to pick who we care about the most. Claypool deals with the Frost tokens. Cookie is combat, and then the other one is dead. So let's go with Cookie. So we're going to put Coastal Waters into play. So we search in here for Coastal Waters. And we'll throw that into play. Alright. And then as our third action, we'll investigate the deck of the Theodosia. +4 again. We pass. Get the clue from Monty. And then we can use our boots to move down. Here, it costs 4 clues to do it. So we're going to spend 4 clues. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at the back. So we can either follow Takata to the airfield, and we know Takata's dead, or we could follow Cookie to the Ottoman front, and that's what we were trying to do, so we're going to go to the Ottoman front. Oop, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, so then this reduces the shroud while Cookie's here, but they are currently not, obviously. We're going to use our Aeon chart, and we are going to move and then investigate. Because you can use 2 actions when it's a level 4 one. It's a really strong card. So we're going to be investigating. We are 5 to 4. We're going to be committing... we're going to spend a money to get 2 with higher education, and then we'll commit deduction. So we're going to get +3, so we're 8. We succeed, so we get 2 clues from this location. Okay. That's all of those. And then we have 1 action remaining, and we will use it to get a resource to be able to use on tests. We really want to be able to play Dr. Milan, so hopefully we'll do that soon. Alright, that's all of our actions, so we go right to upkeep. There's that lone wolf. Oh, and then Monty gets some money and draws a card because I'm 2 spaces away from my last location. And then upkeep over here, take the initiative, Doom in the agenda, 6 of 15, and encounter cards. Attach this to the nearest location that is not cleared of mirages. Put 2 on there. We can do a whole... Yeah, so basically we could put it anywhere that we wanted, and it would give us 2 extra clues. But I don't really... Yeah, we could just do it. That's fine. So this is the closest place that isn't cleared of mirages, so it goes here. We put 2 clues at this location, right? In order to flip it over, we have to either spend an additional 2 clues as a group or each take 2 damage. That's fine. And then if it's cleared of mirages, discard it. Okay. So that was Diana's, so now it's Monty's. This has Peril, Tequila Lee. Okay, so we do it. What is it? Discard an asset we control. Oh no! Alright, we're going to do our magnifying glass. We have a lot of hand items, so that's fine. And then instead of shuffling it in, we shuffle it into our deck. Right? Yep. And then we can use Danforth because we have resolved the Tequila Lee weakness. So we draw 2 new cards. 1, 2, and there's another one, so we have to put a clue back. Alright, not ideal, but it is what it is. It also stinks because it takes away one of our intellect, and we don't have a lot of intellect cards right now. Oh man, we have 13 cards. One of them is our Dream Diary, and there's a couple of other really good ones. But we'll have Monty go first. We'll get a resource, and we'll play Dr. Milan, and then we'll get a resource and play Lone Wolf. It's not a super exciting turn, but it's actually, instead of getting a resource and playing Lone Wolf, we'll investigate. 7 to 4. We'll fail, of course. Alright, that's all 4 of our actions because we have Leo. I'm not going to use Aeon Chart. Actually, you know what? Because I missed, and because I'm Monty, I am going to use Aeon Chart. And I'm going to move over to here, and I'll investigate here, +3. Hey, that's a big success. And we did move. So I'm going to take a resource, actually, and then we're going to use Milan to get a second resource. And then at the end of the turn, since we have moved, we'll take another resource from being Monty. So all of that was, the Aeon Chart was a little powerful. That's good. Alright, so Diana is going to spend her 2 clues immediately, which is to do the Mirage. This is going to make me take 2 damage, but instead of taking 2 damage, I'm going to not. So then I get a willpower, and I get a money, and I draw a card. Now it's pretty fair. This goes discard, and we flip it over. So we could follow Ellsworth or Claypool. We'll choose Claypool, and that sends us to the... Actually, we'll do Ellsworth. We'll go to the Hedge Mage. Yeah, let's do Hedge Mage. That sounds more fun. We'll put that into play. Flip this back. So that was a fast. We can also use our Arcane Initiate. That is unfortunately not a spell. Neither is that. And neither is that. The good news is we don't want to draw the weakness, so I guess we'll shuffle it away. But that's my least favorite part about Arcane Initiate. Alright, so we don't want to play anything. Everything's good, so we'll just do some investigating. So we are +5. We succeed. We'll run it back. We succeed. So we'll grab all the clues. And then we will move. Yeah, we'll move over here. We're expecting things to happen over in the Ottoman front, so we want to be prepared. Actually, I don't want to be in the same location because... Oh no, I didn't play the Lone Wolf. Yeah, no, this is correct. Okay, cool. And I went first. I just forgot to mark all this stuff. So we're in upkeep, Tequila Lee, discard an asset. Alright, so we'll put that over here. I wish I had played the Lone Wolf now. We've already gotten 2 uses out of the Aeon Chart, so I guess that's the call, but we're not super excited about it. But we will exhaust Danforth to draw 2 more cards. There we go. Finally hitting the money. Alright, let's throw away this lone wolf. Alright, so this is an awesome card. Basically, you get +1 intellect and agility, so for Monty it's great. And then you have to choose a location, basically, that is going to become the locus, and then you can move to it for an action. You can move any investigator there, so it's really good for being hypermobile. And then we do a upkeep for Diana. Okay, wow, she's so set up. Alright. Doom on the agenda, 7 of 15, and encounter cards. Okay, we have a monster. It's aloof. When it's at a location that has no mirages, it loses aloof. After you discover or take control of a clue, it gets doom. So you definitely don't want to leave it around. If you control a partner, so we could deal with this, but we really just don't want to. So we're gonna spend a resource, play this Ward of Protection. Put the horror onto the arcane initiate, and we're gonna block it, and then we get another willpower, get our money back, and draw a card. So as you can see, once again, Diana's just being Diana. So she'll use an action, she'll engage the aloof horrifying shade, then she will fire off Azure Flame. That's a success, and it deals 3 damage because this is the upgraded Azure Flame. And then we'll investigate this location, and she's +5. And she'll succeed, so she'll grab one of these clues. Alright, so now it's Monty's turn. We have 4 resources, so we're going to spend them to play our Prophesy Profanum. Normally, I would pick like a starting location or some kind of constant location, but we already have this fast ability to move here. So I'm just going to pick the deck of the Theodosia, and we're going to mark that with a resource to signify that that's the locus. But as long as we're not at that location, we get these stats, and we can move around, so it's pretty cool. Well, we're going to move in here with our second action. We're going to investigate. Actually, we'll stay where we are. Yeah. And we'll investigate. We're plus... we are +4. We succeed. We'll get a resource and a clue. Oop. All right. We already hit deduction and perception, so that's not good. We don't need this till later. This is super. Yeah. Okay. We'll just investigate again and again. So we succeeded. Yep. So we take 2 more clues. And that's Monty's turn. So then we go upkeep. Grab that. Upkeep. Cool. Doom on the agenda. 8 of 15. Encounter card. Encounter card. Okay. That's a little too much for Diana to deal with. So she's going to spend 2 resources to play Dark Insight. And shuffle away the second one, so we'll see it in the future. And then she loses a willpower from that, so she should be +5. Yeah, so she should be here. Alright, so then Diana will go, she will engage, she will fire off an Azure Flame, stop me if this looks familiar, and that is successful. And then with her final action, she'll move over here. So that's all 3 for Diana, and then we'll head over here to Monty. Monty will investigate the location, succeed, gain a clue. Oop. Use Milan to gain a resource. Investigate the location, grab the clues, use the boots to move over. So that was 3. We have 1 action remaining. We're going to have to discard cards, so let's not do that. So let's test. And we'll commit this to the test to be +3. And we succeed, so we'll grab a clue. Alright, that's all 4 for Monty, so we'll go upkeep. Upkeep. So 9 cards, so Diana has to discard 1. So Nat, oh no, I can get rid of this. I don't know why I thought for so long. In fact, I would have committed that to this test to be +4. But I have the Twilight Blade. Once I have that, this card becomes the worst card. Okay. So Doom on the agenda, 9 of 15, and encounter card. What do we got? Willpower test. To get the Killy Lee cards, alright, we're +2. Let's go +5. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? We passed. Card over here. Peril, take 2 horror, or put Doom on the agenda. No, we'll take 2 horror, that's fine. In fact, Chris told me he'd like one of them. And in fact, Leo told me he'd like the other. So instead, we'll do that. Okay, so that was this. We're going to spend 4 clues now. 1, 2, 3, 4 as a fast to flip over this location. Alright, if Cookie is alive, spawn the set-aside memory of a ravaged country enemy here and flip this card over. If he was crossed out, do this other thing. Okay, so we need to go searching for the memories. And specifically, we are looking for a ravaged country, which is that one. Spawn it here. So when it spawns here, we get to choose. Neither one of us has Cookie, so he doesn't have Prey. And if it attacks us, it deals it 1 damage. When it's defeated, flip it over and resolve its text. So we're going to put this down here with Diana, and we'll have Diana go. So she'll attack. So she's 6, 7, 8, 9 to 5 is +4. She's good. She's good, because that's -2 and then -4. So it's 6 damage, so it'll kill him. Flip it over. In your campaign log, record Cookie has confronted his demons. Checkmark him in the expedition team section, and from now on you can use the resolute Cookie. Okay, so we're going to go over to here. Go find Cookie. Oh, he's not interesting. Is it on the first page? No. Interesting. There's supposed to be a check. Oh, it's up here maybe? Nope. Alright. This is Heart of Madness stuff. Here we go. Cookie. Alright, so we tracked that. We got Cookie. Alright. So Diana took 2 actions, which was fighting. She will take 1 horror and move back to the Prison of Memories, and then she will use I've had worse to block that, gain a resource, and then gain a resource from her reaction. Why is this tapped? I didn't use it. No, I used the blade. Yeah. Gain a stat and draw a card to replace it. Okay. Well, now we have things to do. Alright, so I am going to play Deny Existence on one of them. So it's 4 different instances of a horror. So we're going to deny existence, we're going to heal 1 horror and keep this under. We're going to use our blade to play to keep this under. We're going to play this deny existence to keep that under, and then we'll take the horror, and we'll just take the horror. Okay, we went through that. We're here. And then we will move down, trying to get over to there. Alright, so it's all 3 of Diana's turns. Monty will use his teleporter to go over to here. And then he will move in as a second action. This location is that. So as a third action, we'll investigate. So we are +4. We'll fail, and we'll investigate, and we'll succeed. We'll use Milan to get a resource and grab one of these clues. And then as a fast, we'll play our leather jacket. Alright, upkeep. There's some resources. Could have used that earlier. Alright, upkeep. Doom in the agenda, 10 of 15, and encounter card. Willpower chest, and the failure is losing an asset. That's fine. Oh, this is gone as well. I probably should have played a combat spell, but that's fine. We'll just test it +3. We'll fail. So we lose an asset. So we'll lose the Azure Flip that had no charges. And this bad guy. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to get penalized for not having played our other thing, but we'll just let Monty handle it. Yep. Alright, so we'll start with Diana. 1, 2, 3. That is a spell, so we'll grab it, flip it over. Oh, we didn't. We are only +5. 3 and 2 is 5, so we lost another one. Alright, we should definitely play our Azure Flame, so we'll get that down. We will move into this location, and let's get a safeguard down. Alright, Monty will backstab. 1, 2, 3. So we are 7 to 3 is +4. That's a success, and that does 3 damage, so it's engage and fight. Well, we were gonna play our intel report, but we spent all of our money, so let's... Yeah, we don't need to do that. We'll just investigate. We succeed, and we investigate. And we fail. Wow, so we had 2 squids there. It's pretty rough. But we got Milan, so we'll get the extra money from that. We'll go to the upkeep. And the upkeep. Okay. Doom on the agenda. 11 of 15, and encounter card. Kilili into your deck without looking at it. Yeah, we could do that. Or, instead, how about we play Ward of Protection. We get a little sillier. And then we kill off this Arcane Initiate. And, yeah, that seems like a good idea. We'll come over here. Okay, so when we do this, we have to do extra penalties, but Diana should be able to cover it. So Diana will go first. She is less smart now than she was a moment ago, but she's still +3, so she'll investigate. Well, that's a success. She'll grab this, which will lose us intelligence, but will give us a clue. Oh, we have to put 2 more clues on this location from that treachery card. One moment. 1, 2. We can spend 4 clues, so we will. Right? So Diana has 4, so she'll spend it. This is going to ask us to spend 2 additional, but we're going to say no, and we're going to instead play I've Had Worse. So we take that, we get 3 money, draw a card, and get a willpower. So we haven't done anything yet. We did. We did 1. We investigated. Okay. So this goes away, and we get all that extra stuff, so that's good. And then we flip it over. So what does this say? Put the Maui statues into play, or Moai. Okay, so that's a location. So we go into here. Here they are. I don't know why I couldn't see them. Alright. And flip this over. Oh, that's a doozy. If Ellsworth is there, it gets -2 Shroud, and when the revelation of effect... Okay, so treacheries that attach to it gain extra... gain surge. So, okay. What do we have? We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. And we've used this. So let's investigate. While we're here, we're +3 still. That's a success. And then we'll move into the statues. Okay. So now it's Monty's turn. We'll investigate. That's a success, so we'll grab this clue. We'll use Milan to gain a resource. We'll investigate again. We'll grab that clue. We're going to use our boots now to free move in. Oh, I missed my card and my resource from Monty last turn from when I moved, so I'll just take a resource. Alright, so we did 2 investigates. We're going to spend 4 money to drop intel report and grab 2 clues here, which makes sense because it's a high shroud location, right? And then we have 1 action remaining, so let's investigate. We'll add this, so we're 7 to 5 to be +2. And we succeeded. And we're going to... I think Diana has it prepared for the worst that we would have added to that as well. Yeah. Alright, so that's this. We're going to do the revelation next turn, so that way we don't have to worry about drawing a monster there, right? So upkeep and ready Diana. Upkeep for that. There goes our money. Good thing we didn't have too much. Doom on the agenda. 11 again, because we killed off the Arcane Initiate. We could lose an asset, though. We have assets to lose, that's fine. We are +1. You know what? Let's do Dark Prophecy instead. So we're going to go like this. We're going to choose this. I will choose the Cultist, so we pass. So we get +1, so we're 6. 6 to 4 is -2, so we pass. We get a resource back, and we draw a card because we ignored cards. David would have been good early. We could have probably got a lot of resources from him, but now it's kind of sketchy. Card for us. Obscuring Fog. Make this location a billion. We'll deal with it being a billion. That's fine. We're going to spend 4 clues. Interesting. 3, 4. Okay, well, that's something I found out. Alright, we'll flip this over. Ellsworth is not alive. Ellsworth passed. So move each enemy here to the Prism of Memories. Discard each card attached to it and add this card to the display. We may advance or continue playing. Okay, so we now know that in order to advance, we need to find places that people perished at. We know over here we could follow Takata, and Takata perished. So we're gonna continue playing because we can go do that, and this is gonna get added to the display, which is gonna get rid of the clue that was on it. So we left a clue, no big deal, and Obscuring Fog goes there. All right, we didn't draw a monster. We have 4 turns to play. I think we can do more. We don't have to stop, or we don't have to rush our way out. Let's go. Let's have Diana go. Oh, does she have clues? She has 1, which is not enough. So we'll have Monty go first. He'll stop here and spend 2 clues. 1, 2, to flip this again. We followed Ellsworth and we followed Cookie, so Claypool's the only one. So Standing Stones. So we search here for, oh, yep, for Standing Stones, which should be there. And it says Dyer's Classroom, so we know that Dyer died in the plane crash as well, right? So we can probably go there. So we'll head that way. So Monty will step in and begin investigating. Successful and successful. Use Milan to gain a resource and grab 2 of these clues. And then how much is it to do here? 4. So let's spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll flip this over. We could put Claypool's memories in, or we could put Dyer's. And I think we wanted Dyer's, right? Because Claypool's alive. Yeah, so we want Dyer's memories. And the reason why is because we're going to draw monsters if we do people who are alive, is what we're learning, right? The ones that are dead give us their memories, and the ones who are alive give us resolute forms when we kill them. So Dyer's Classroom location. So we search in here for Dyer's Classroom. We put that into play. Alright, and that's all of Monty's turn. So then it's Diana's turn. She'll move down. She'll move over, and then she'll investigate. She's +4. And we'll do Dark Prophecy again. That worked out pretty well. Yep, we'll pick the skull, which is an automatic, or not automatic, but we know it's a success. We gain another one of these, we get our money back, and we draw a card. And we get the clue. So we move, and investigate. So Diana's done. So we go to upkeep. Ah, well that's wonderful, right on time. We don't have our weakness, so we can't shuffle it in, so we're just going to have to make our hand smaller. So we'll get rid of these 2, that's easy. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Those are too powerful. Okay, upkeep over here. Tequila Lee card, lose an action. Okay, But we have Danforth, so we'll draw 2 cards. There's our Dream Diary. Where else would it be but the very bottom of our library? I think this is like the 3rd time out of the 6 missions we've played, or fourth time, where it's been the very bottom. It's very brutal. Alright, so then Doom on the agenda, 12 of 15, and encounter cards. This guy, we can do the test, sure, we'll let him come and play. This is the same thing. Diana has these, so sure. We'll put this here. We put 2 more clues on this location, and then we either have to spend 2 extra clues or take 2 damage to use this. That said, we really don't need to be doing any of that, so we're going to have Monty go first. We'll go into here, spend 4 clues. Oh, actually, we need to get some clues from this location because we need more. So it's been 4 clues at these final locations, so we need 8 for Monty, possibly 10. So let's investigate here while we can. We're +4, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, what is this text? Don't reveal that token. That's fine. We can't even do that. So we lost an action from the Tequila Lee. So we do this. We get this. We get a resource and the card. Right. And then we investigate again. Yeah. Yeah. We'll investigate again. We'll succeed. Then we'll use. We'll move with our 4th action, or 3rd, because we lost the 1. Spend the 4 clues, so 1, 2, 3, 4. To flip this over, we'll see that wire is crossed out, so we're going to add this to the display. We could advance, but we won't, and then I'm going to get moved to the prism. And that's my turn. So for Diana, we're going to make this check. We're +4. We succeed, so we're going to take the clue off of the researcher and flip it. And then he dies because he has no weakness on him. We haven't done that yet, but we will in a moment. Let's just do that. So what is it, 2 clues that we need for this location? No, 4. So we'll investigate. We're +5. We succeed. Then we'll use the thing. We'll use our blade to block it, which will give us 2 resources, and we lose willpower. So that will go away. We'll flip this over, and we will get Claypool's Memories, which is the Blackstone. So once again, we hop in here, go get the Blackstone, put that into play, and we're going to need 4 resources to get that, so we're going to need more 4 clues rather, so we're going to need more. Sorry. I spent these 3 plus the 1 that we got, and that was, I fought the guy, I tested, I investigated. What was the 3rd action? There wasn't one. Yes, I'll investigate again. I was thinking I was moving in, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so we'll investigate. We're trying to get enough clues to flip this over and maybe fight that guy before we finish. We'll see if it's possible. Alright, upkeep. So in the fast window, we're just going to play that and slide down. And then over here, upkeep. That's fine. We need to discard a card to hand size because we only have a 3-card hand size. Doom on the agenda, 13 of 15, and encounter cards. Okay. Well, that's here. I can't do anything about it, so... also, that's here. Can't do anything about it. Alright, let's evade for Monty. We succeed because we're +6. We will move down and spend 4 clues. And that will let us flip this over. We need Takata's Memories, which is the airfield location. So we're going to go in here, search up the airfield, put that into play, move down. So evade, move, so then investigate while we're here. If the car is here, which you won't be, as additional cost, you must spend a resource, so that's fine. We are 6 to 4. We'll go 8. We needed it. Good choice. Alright, and then we'll get our resource back from Milan. Alright. Diana also has options. I think we are going to try to evade. We are +2. We succeeded. Nice. Then we're just going to investigate twice. Pass. Pass. So we're going to take 2 clues. I don't think that we can actually do the thing. So we're just going to take a horror and move back to here. Is this as a group? I think the Mirage is done as a group, right? Let me read it again. As a group to flip it over. Yeah, so good. We now know that Diana can run down there if we need to, right? Move 1, 2, 3 and get out, so that way we don't lose. So then we go upkeep. Oh, that's even better. That's perfect. Upkeep. We don't need that. We have 3 damage from this. These guys will both ready. And do them on the agenda. 14 to 15. Encounter cards. We will lose 2 actions because this is about to end. So that's fine. Actually, no. We will block it with water protection. Sorry. I'm not thinking. So that's this. That's going to net even. That's going to do that. That's going to do that. We need to make sure we have the backup of Diana runs down. Test willpower 3 for each frost token you reveal. Take horror. If you fail, take horror. Well, we have more than enough horror soak, so that's fine. So we fail. Alright, so we're going to just start by investigating the location. So we will investigate. We will commit quick thinking. So that gets us to 7. We'll commit... Is that the only card that's legal? Oh, we can play this. Let's play Practice Makes Perfect. We take a horror and go. That is literally the best card that we could find, so we'll take that. We have to spend a resource because of the location requirement, and then we'll spend a resource with our higher education. So we're going to get +2, 3, 4, 5, 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 10. 10 to 4 is +6. We succeeded, so we're going to get 2 clues. We also get our action refunded, so we're not going to click that off. And we're going to use Milan to get this. Deduction comes back to our hand. This goes to the discard pile, as does this. We are then just going to investigate with deduction. We'll spend 2 resources on higher education and 1 on the locations requirement. So we're going to get +5. So we don't need +5. We'll keep it money, right? So we're 7. 9 to 4 is +5. That's all we need. Yep, and we'll get these 2. Or we just get actually 1 clue, but that's fine. And then we'll flip this over. Takata is crossed out. So everything here gets discarded and we can advance, and we'll choose to advance, that way we don't die, because dying is bad. Or not die, but run out of agenda. So resolution 1. Yeah, they would have been defeated. So instead we're doing resolution 1. Good choice. Resolution 1. Is there a difference? In the Fatal Mirage section, under Memories Banished, record all the stories cards. In the Fatal Ones Discovered, mark this. Basically just mark who you beat, or what you've done already. It's also important to note where you're going. Now, we're not going to be coming back because we didn't find this until now. But if you had lost more people from a lower shelter value in the opening scenario, it's possible immediately to jump into this scenario. And it's also possible if you had, again, a lower shelter value, let's say 2 people had died, that you would have found it in the second mission. So we found it after, I think, all 3. But it all just depends on how much... how quickly you lose people. There basically needs to be a balance, a way for you to get out by finding their memories, right? So we have to mark any damage, but I don't believe anyone took any. And then we're going to go to scenario 4, the Heart of Madness, which is for tomorrow. And then I'm just going to go forward in the book to make sure that there's nothing else that I need to look at tonight. This was the Elder Thing City, and then this is the final night of mission. So this is scenario 4, the Heart of Madness. So we have to do we're going to do some checks for things about who's alive. So that's fine. Okay. So what did we do? We did Dire. Ellsworth, Takata, and Cookie. So we marked Cookie, and then we did Dyer, Ellsworth, and Takata. Okay, so we get 7 experience, so Diana will get an extra 2 for her spells. This is our final mission, so she's going to use it all, of course. And Monty will get his 7. We were trying to get an extra 1 from this. We had got the Blackstone into play, but we were just one clue short. So if we had stayed, right, we could have gotten it, moved up, but we only would have had 1 action to fight the guy, and he would have had too many hit points, so we wouldn't have killed him. Alright, so I hope everyone had a good time tonight. I will break down the decks a little, so we'll see how many Tequila Lee. I think we had a lot in Monty's deck, right? I guess we drew a lot too. Yeah, we just drew a lot. Oh, this is because we went through our whole deck, that's right. So he only had the 1, and then did Diana have any? I don't think so. Yeah, we did a good job of getting through the Tequila Lees, right? Why is there 14 up here? Isn't it a 16 card deck? There's the 1 here. What is this game doing? Maybe I put it into the discard pile? I don't know. I'll have to figure out where the other Tequila is. I'm pretty sure it's a 16. Maybe it's 15. I don't know. There's 14 of them here. This is of 16. Yeah, I'll have to figure out which one's missing and copy it. It actually has happened already once before that I've had to fix it. But no big deal. So yeah, we're doing pretty well, even though we lost an investigator after the second mission. That was only because of my greed. If I had just paid, or in the second mission, if I had paid more attention, though, I could have gotten out without losing Trish. So that's on me. But I hope everyone enjoyed. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Diana, once again, just being the superstar that she is. She's one of my favorites. I know not everyone sees her the same way I do, but I think she's one of the strongest in the game. Certainly one of the strongest mystics. So have a good night, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.